Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Stony Ridge Farm channel. We got the dogs out here, and somebody asked, what's up with the dogs? We never see your dogs anymore. So they're both sitting right here. What are you doing, boy? You shivering like you cold? You ain't cold. You hungry? Let's eat breakfast. Okay. Sit. Everybody sit and behave. Sit. Dude, go over there and sit by your food bowl. Sit. Sit. Be good. Okay, hang tight. Food's a-coming. Sit, Lexi. All right, it's food time. Sit. Sit. You got to behave. Just because I'm on camera doesn't mean you don't have to behave. We make the dogs behave for when they know. You got to sit and wait. You ready? Free. Eat your breakfast. Morning, everybody. This is the daily routine. Folks are asking about the dogs, like, you haven't showed the dogs on the channel much lately. So we're showing them this morning for you guys. It's been a chilly night last night. It's going to be a chilly few days here coming up, and we've got some storm prep to get ready for. It's going to be actually warmer than it has been over the last few days. I'm slipping my gloves on right now. It's going to be a little warmer than it has been the last few days, and we're supposed to get rain all week long. I won't complain about the rain, but I will say it's a little messy outside right now, a little bit muddy. So good morning, Michael, Jeff. Thanks for asking, Michael. It's better. We'll talk a little bit more. Guys, I've had a crick in my neck for basically 2 days straight. So it's been a day. Josh, I've never seen dogs trained as well as yours. Thank you, Harry. I just took a little bit of extra work to train the dogs. I think I gave Buddy a little bit less food than I gave Lexi, and I might have to give him a little bit more. You want a little more food, Buddy? Let's give him a little bit more. Here you go, boy. Sorry, I shorted you a little bit, didn't I? I give the dogs, I feed them once a day, and I give them, this is a 1 gallon scoop. I give them about half a gallon scoop of feed per day. This is just part of the routine. The dogs get a lot of time outside. I get to play with them, and the little dog and the big dogs all get to play together. Great life for a dog on the farm. Awesome. Yep. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, the crick in my neck is better. It's not perfect. Here comes Trouble. Hey, Trouble. Pain in the butt. We'll come over here and start some trouble and climb up on the truck and put some footprints on the Raptor. And Trouble got into the shop building the other day before we left for a trip to Ohio, and was trapped in the new mega shop for 2.5 days. Opened the door. Trouble ran out the door and then ran right back in. All right. Sit. 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 Dude, sit. You ready? Go poop. Go poopy. The dogs are trained to go to the bathroom in the woods. Sometimes Buddy will stop on the edge and try to go to the bathroom, but yeah, there they go. The deal is I didn't want to run over a gigantic German Shepherd poop turds in the yard with my lawnmower. Every time the wheel would go around, it'd be like poop, stink, 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 stink every time I mowed. So we are not living that life. Haven't trained the little dog yet. We've got a little dog. His name is Brody. He is a cockapoo, which is like a cocker spaniel poodle mix. He's an inside house dog, guard dog for inside the house, and these dogs stay outside and keep an eye on things around the farm, keep the coyotes away from and foxes away from the chicken coop. And they're out there going to the bathroom in the woods. So for those of you who wanted to see the dogs, we brought them out this morning. I didn't schedule this live stream today because I just needed to run out the door and get business handled. The crick I had in my neck, if you guys are curious about that, I still have a little bit. It just feels like it's just tension is what it is. It's gone away, basically 80% gone, but it's still there. I can feel it, but it's slowly starting to get better. I think it's a little stress. It's a little farm stress. Believe it or not, filming the regular scheduled content on the farm this time of year is a bit of a load on me. It's a bit of a load. You think about this, not only do I do the live streams, and you guys are watching on Facebook, which is mostly live stream stuff, but also other stuff. I mean, 4 videos came out yesterday, three or four will come out today. On YouTube, we do 3 or 4 big shows per week, and man, that adds a little stress to your life. Okay, kennel. Dogs will go in the kennel. They're smart. All right, good deal. You guys behave. I'll be back. Got to feed the bigger dogs, right? So anyway, it puts a little bit of a. It seems like it'd be fun and easy, and it is fun, but it ain't easy. And it puts a little bit of a load on me, and I think maybe I just got a little stressed out. I don't know. And I overdid it in the gym. I will say I overdid it in the gym. That's how I work some of my stresses out. So good stuff. This is, guys, if you are long, does anybody remember the $100 pickup from way back early in the channel? That's probably 6 years ago. This truck was bought from the same folks. They're actually my cousins. This is a nice truck, and the reason I have it pulled up here is because I want to put the battery on charge. It has a fairly new battery, and I've got to get that battery on charge. We'll like to see pasture dragging and shop content. The problem with dragging the pastures is it's too wet right now to put a 8,500 pound to 10,000 pound tractor out there on the pasture. So I can't get out and drag it until either the ground freezes or it dries out just a little bit. And like I said, we're supposed to be getting rain all week long. So that put a little pressure on me. Me and Miss Stony Ridge, we're going to cut a hickory tree yesterday. And we were going to run the sawmill yesterday also for a little bit, run the sawmill for about 3 hours and then get up a load of firewood. But I just could not do it. It was just incapacitated yesterday. So anyway, that was that's the cousin of the $100 truck. First time I saw that truck, I was like, man, that's a pretty truck. Sure would like to have it. So got it. Awesome. That'll be something that we work on and play with here on the Stony Ridge farm. A good little shop truck. It's a 95 F-150 with 118,000 miles. The 5.0 liter V8 engine in that truck. I would rather have the 6-cylinder, to be honest with you. That's a forever engine. That long-lasting 6-cylinder engine lasts forever. But yeah. Anyway, good morning. Good morning, teenage farmer Michael Blum, Sal, F. Huber. Yes, I remember that. You've been here with us for a long time. What else is going on today? Let's go over here and look at the sawmill real quick. We're going to be walking today. I'm trying to walk off this stiffness a little bit. So we're going to walk over to the cows. We're going to move them into a new paddock, and then we're going to unroll a bale of hay to them. I did not get out and move them to a new paddock yesterday, simply because at 4 o'clock yesterday evening, they were still munching on that hay that I put out yesterday morning with you guys. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. So this is the Lube Miser lubricant for the sawmill right here. It's soapy water, basically. The temperatures got down in the 20s last night, and this is just a little frosty. It's not frozen, but it's frosty. What we've got to do is put windshield washer fluid, and I don't know if you saw that sitting out there by the truck. We're going to call that truck, I think we're going to call it Mike, for the guy that owned it before. But anyway, I've got to put windshield washer fluid in that so that it doesn't freeze up and cause things to bust on the sawmill. So that's a chore for later today. Also, despite the neck problem, I laid on the couch yesterday and in bed most all day long after we moved the cows. Anyway, what was I thinking? I want to get out and I still want to cut some wood. So hopefully we can get some firewood done today. I can't work in the mega shop yet because it gets dark so stinking early. There's no lights in there. Working on getting wiring put in place. I have a guy that's an electrician that is going to be helping me work through this. And although we don't have power from the power company yet, we're still going to go ahead and run power. And I have a backup solar generator up there that we're going to put in place and try to use. So, beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. Good morning from Texas, says Jennifer. Awesome. So we're just going to walk. The cows are just right over there. We're just going to walk right on over. You guys missed the video yesterday. Talked a little bit about, you can see this big pile of wood chips and compost steaming right here. I've got a thermal scope on one of my tools that goes bang bang, and you can see through the thermal scope, you can see this stuff steaming. You can see the heat coming off of it from the house. It's pretty interesting. Hey brother, old age sucks. LOL. Oh, Josh, what's up? Guys, if you missed Josh, he helped me install the lift in the shop up there. Hope you're feeling well, buddy. I don't know what happened. I got a crick in my neck yesterday, Josh. It was not fun at all. I've been meaning to send you some pictures of you on muskrat patrol over here. We've got one muskrat. I don't know if I told you, Josh, but we got a muskrat the other day. You helped me set the muskrat traps, and we got her. All right. So let's hop this fence and not get zapped in a, there we go, in a not so fun area. It was so bad yesterday, Josh, just so you know, I couldn't even take a shower. It was that bad. I took some muscle relaxers, and I say some muscle relaxers. Evidently my body doesn't like pills. Now, we were talking about that yesterday, and I took a couple muscle relaxers, and they made me so dizzy. I took Advil and a couple muscle relaxers. It made me so dizzy that I got like sick to my stomach and couldn't even function. So, bummer. Like you said, old age. Every day is new pain. Yep. I don't know. Shouldn't be every day is new pain. What happened was Saturday, I went to the gym, worked out. I did a shoulder workout, a pretty hard shoulder workout. You guys ever go to the gym? I did shoulder shrugs, which is like shrugging your shoulders up with heavy weights. And typically I do this with 80-pound dumbbells. So 180-pound dumbbell on each hand. I was feeling frisky, and I jumped up and was doing 125-pound dumbbells, one in each hand. That got me. That bit me in the boo-boo between that and stress, I guess. So we'll whip the camera around. The cows are sitting right here. Have you gotten your shop floor sealed yet? Oh yeah, Chris. Where you been, man? Video's up. Video is up for that. Yep, she's sealed. The Cummins diesel is in the shop right now, sitting there, and also the Power Stroke, which we haven't seen much of, but we're going to see some of hopefully in the next few days. Got a little bit of work. That's a fix and flip truck, if you get my drift. So it's a 96 Power Stroke Ford F-250. Nice truck, but there's a few things that are going on with it we need to address. Bought it off a mechanic. Excuse me. He bought it to flip and make some money, and I bought it to flip and make some content and make some money on it, or keep it. I don't know. Do we need a Power Stroke? All right. Tricyclobenzaprine. I don't want to try any medicine. I'm not a med taker. Did have somebody leave a nice snarky comment the other day. We'll go ahead and address Mr. Snarky comment real quick. This fella fussed at me. He said, "You're a nurse, right?" This is a comment that he left. "You're a nurse, right?" Yes, I'm a registered nurse, but I don't practice anymore. I keep my license up. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. He said, "Well, you don't give your cows antibiotics, but you'll give patients antibiotics." I said, "I don't treat. My cows aren't in the ICU." And I do not at all subscribe to having to give these animals prophylactic antibiotics. In other words, antibiotics when they're not sick. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's wrong. I think it's poisoning our nation's food system. If you're feeding your cattle antibiotics in their food in order to keep them surviving, then your cows live in a bad environment and you should rethink the way that they're living. That's my humble opinion. And I don't prescribe antibiotics, I'm sorry. For that guy that was asking that. I mean, it just didn't make any sense. People want to start a snarky argument with me all the time. I'm like, didn't make much sense to me. What you doing? Guys, we got a hay bale coming, but you got to get moved first, okay? All right, little Fuzzy. Come here, Fuzzy. You're rather curious today, aren't you? You give me a cow kiss? I think this little guy had a little cold. Got some eye boogers going on there and some nose boogers too. Got a little snotty nose, just like a kid, right? Got a little snotty nose. I see a booger right there on your nose. Let's see if we can get it. You want me to pick it for you? Good girls. Everybody come on. 13.5. Is 13.5 in here yet? Karate Cow's back out there. Come on, girls. Let's get some green. Just a little bit of green. Natural is the best way for anything. We never gave our cattle anything. Chris Brewer. Chris, I honestly don't know how someone can defend raising an animal in an environment where they are required to have antibiotics in order to remain healthy. To me, that is just a red flag. They say that antibiotics help them grow faster also, but you know, we have antibiotic resistant diseases and bacteria. And the reason we have these super infections and diseases is simply because we're feeding antibiotics to our food. Look at this ding dong Karate Cow right here. So everybody isn't with the program. So we're going to have to do a little herding here. I'm going to walk. I'm doing a little fast mall walking. You ever see the people walking in the mall in the mornings? Back in the day when I used to have my own handyman business, I did work in the mall, and you'd see people walking in the mall fast as they could every morning. Karate Cow, get your butt over there. Get your butt. Scooch. Scooch it. Scooch it. Ooh, way to go. Spreading some manure for us. 205, you too. Don't you be following Karate Cow. There you go. You guys know what to do. Yeah. Well, you might be Karate Cow Jr., huh? Okay. Got them all into the right pen. What we're going to do, we're going to go get a bale of hay, and we're going to roll it out in this section of pasture. So we're all done rolling hay out in this section of pasture. We're going to put it in here. So ATV's right down here. We'll get her going. And those antibiotics get into your system, and that can't be good for us, says Dave White. Yeah, you are what you eat. You totally are what you eat, okay? And if you don't believe it, you are what you eat, and you are what you eat eats. It starts in the soil, okay? It starts in the soil. You start putting antibiotics in your cows or in your animals for no reason whatsoever other than they're wading belly deep in manure on a feedlot. And they're not all wading belly deep in manure, don't get me wrong. But an animal shouldn't have to live walking in its own feces all day long. They shouldn't have to live like that. These cows are not designed to live like that. And that's why you have to give them antibiotics. So anyway, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure all that out. But I do have to defend myself. When I say I don't give antibiotics to my animals, people get all snarky with me. No, I just say, do you give antibiotics to your children when they're not sick? If you do, you're doing something wrong, right? I don't know. Just reading your comments here. Charles Craddock says, know about pain, got steel rods in my back since I was 13. Oof, yeah. Just curious, could you overseed small plots of winter rye? Probably could overseed, but winter rye around here, what we've got is a pH issue, more so than a soil issue. So I have wasted an innumerable amount of money on grass seed. And what I'm finding is once you get the pH corrected in your soil, the grass you want to grow will grow. We're not going to offset the fact that we have to feed hay. Spending money in one place versus spending money in another place is still spending money. So something to think about. We would typically plant like a winter wheat or something like that, but really our seasons aren't that harsh here. So we've still got grass growing. Our cool season grasses are still growing. They're just growing fairly slow. They're not growing as good as we'd like them to, but they are still growing. So the fact is we're going to have to feed hay throughout the winter. Looks like we lost the top of a tree down there. I see it busted off. Hopefully it's not in the road. All right, four-wheeler's starting a little bit better. Time to wipe the frost out of my seat. Gonna have another wet butt today. Gonna crank up this hay bale. Already hooked up the hay bale for today. That doesn't make it any easier on your shoulder either. All right, good deal. Let's head on over, roll this bale out to the girls. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out if you have to feed your animals antibiotics prophylactically to keep them from getting sick, then your animals aren't living in good living conditions. That's it. Try a hot bean bag. Yep. Dave, I've got an electric winch. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. I've already got one. Just got to install it. Maybe I'll do that today. The many other projects that I think I'm going to get done all in one day. All righty. I did overseed this area just a little bit with some fescue earlier in the year. Hopefully that'll start coming out for us in the spring. All right. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to head in here and get busy. Rocking and rolling. I'm holding the camera up with my left arm, which is the same arm that I had that's been sore from this crick in my neck, so bear with me. There we go. Now we can bump her on up the second gear. Guys, what's the weather going to be in your neck of the woods? Looks like currently 63 in Nicholas, Georgia, says Raymond. Wow, that's a heat wave. Put some seafoam in the gas for that 4x4. Wayne Turner. I'm not a seafoam believer. I'm just not a seafoam believer. I think maybe a new spark plug might be necessary, but I don't know about seafoam. Wayne, have you used seafoam and had good luck with it? I've heard tales of seafoam destroying gaskets and ruining parts that we definitely don't want ruined on our vehicle. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a seafoam believer or not. I've got some. Okay, so we're looking for areas that need nutrition in the soil here. We're riding over here to where the broom sedge is pretty thick. The weeds are pretty thick. And this cow is in the way. There we go. There's a nice big bare spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight out this way and circle around in this broom sedge right here to help feed the cows. That is the goal. Rainy in Tennessee. We got rain coming here too, buddy. This is, again, a little bit of storm prep. I will hook up to the next hay bale Yeah, girl. I'll hook up to the next hay bale, and I'll actually have the four-wheeler parked right there. Guys, you're hungry, huh? If you wait 1 second, we'll actually have the bale out for you. Just hang tight, little girls. Alrighty, let's get you guys where you can see what's going on here. Hey, dudes. So back up just a little bit, okay? Especially you, Karate Cow, you're a troublemaker. Always one troublemaker in the bunch, isn't it, guys? And a bunch of cows with the eye boogers going on right now. That cold snap we got, along with the wet weather, giving them a little bit of eye boogerage. Not pink eye, but just crusty eye. Alrighty, unwrap this bale. You guys ready? I think you are. Hey, the food's gonna be out in just a second. You can back up just a little bit. There we go. Look out. Bale down. Look out, kids. Beep, beep. Move. There you go. Woo! Come on, girls. Woo! Woo! Come on, girls. Woo! Come on. Come on, girls. Oh, yeah, this is a good hay bale here. Woo, girls. It's like half a mile of hay coming off this thing. Pretty awesome. Woo! Right back over the last. There you go, ladies. There you go. Boy, they like that. They were all over that hay. Still got about a quarter of a bale left on the unroller right here. If I don't hit it dead center, sometimes we have a little bit left over. So the cows will chow down on that too. All right, let's work out this shoulder here. Come on, girl. Come on, old shoulder. There we go. Just kick this little piece of bale off. There we go. And they'll be all over that big time. Whew, awesome. Awesome. You see, they were hungry, but they weren't that hungry, so that's a good thing. They were kind of pushing and shoving a little bit, but the cows will consume all of this hay. They'll be eating this from now until probably 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. As you could see, when we came out here first thing this morning, they were all bunched up and ready to move. But they weren't acting like they were starving to death. As you could see, one cow even doubled back and went back this way. So, yep. Is that enough to feed all of them? Louise, yes. Yeah, we're talking about, it's probably a 1,200-pound hay bale right there. I literally probably unrolled, I don't know, a half a mile basically, out, back, out, and back again from right here. So plenty of hay for them. As you can see, if I roll out too much hay, let's look at yesterday's paddock. You can see a little bit of residual hay on the land right here. If I roll out too much hay, if I rolled out 2 bales, in other words, there would be a ton more waste. They'd be wasting a lot more hay. So what they're doing, this is the right amount for them to go ahead and mop it up. They're all looking healthy. They're all looking fat. They all look good. And it's 1 bale per day for the entire winter. Okay. Again, we have a multitude of hay bales here. We've got 200 bales, total of 223 bales. And I've already rolled out somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 25 bales. So got to get us through the winter. About March is when we'll start seeing the grass really take off. The cows will remain on this section of the farm for probably another month or so ish, something like that, until we can recover the ground between the houses, or between the two pastures. There's also a field that you'll see right back here, up that hill right there. All that's getting fenced in, hopefully in January. We've got it on the schedule to be fenced in, hopefully in January. I've got to move some dirt, and I probably would behoove me to go ahead and move that dirt today, where the ground isn't socking like a wet sock, sobbing wet. So maybe that's what I'll be doing later today. I've got to figure out my game plan for today. Just getting out here and the frost is just melting off. So awesome. Did you like the copy of the cow mug I sent you? Dave, I'm not sure I got a copy of a cow mug. Not sure I saw that, brother. You may have water in your tank, says Gilman. Shouldn't be any water in the tank, and I take that back. There could have been water in the tank because it started easier today than it has in several days. I did fill it up 2 days ago, and it seems to run better on fresher fuel. So that could be the issue. Very well could be the issue. Gas doesn't last like it used to. Diesel fuel doesn't last like it used to. It's not your grandpa's diesel, or it's not your grandpa's gas. It's not the same gas we're buying in 1985 right now. And it's definitely not the same diesel fuel. So that could have been it. Have you tried wintergreen on your shoulder or neck? John, I haven't put any type of topical anything on there. I just rested. It's basically what I did, brother. So it's still a little stiff, but yesterday I couldn't do this. Yesterday I couldn't look up and I couldn't look down. I could just look like this far and that far. So much better. Pamela says, or use Rolling Hills Horse Farm. I don't know what you're talking about, Pamela. Do you know what you're talking about? There we go. It's hard when you type out a comment and it's only a piece of the information. It's hard to tell. So I smell like icy hot. I haven't used icy hot. I do have a funny story about a friend of mine that used icy hot and got it on an area he shouldn't have got it on. And it burned him up. Let's go walk around the cows real quick. Get you guys a little shot of what the girls are doing this morning, how they're looking, what they're doing. Heat on your neck. Yes, I'm with you. I can't sit around all day putting heat on my neck. I'll probably do it tonight. I have a massager with a little bit of heat. It puts out a little bit of heat, so that's what I'll be using. I'm probably going to pick this up, this little piece of bale that's left over, and I'll probably put it right in here where there's a little bare spot. All this was woods, guys. All this was overgrown and brushy trees, poor timber, not very good timber. It was all woods. So got Karate Cow, Butthead right here. Hey, Butthead. You don't have to push off the young calf. You see Butthead button off this calf right here, button off 205. Now, there's plenty of food for everybody. Hopefully this puts it into perspective for those that were asking if this is enough for the cows. I mean, look at how much hay. Look at all this. There is a ton of hay on the ground here. How are the calves doing? They're doing good. You're seeing them right here. They're all doing great. A lot of the calves that were still nursing on the moms have cut out the nursing. So probably only have one calf that's still drinking milk. One or two. I can see 211's nose looks like she's been drinking milk. Is a cow and her calf on a mug, perfect for cows and coffee. Dave White. Dave, we got, I just came up with a couple designs, and I've got a couple other designs in the works too. But yeah, I'm with you. We got some Stony Ridge Farmer specifically designed stuff coming out, designed by me. So, and there's already a tumbler out there. The regular coffee cup should be out later this week, so we can have coffee together. I read they need about 30 pounds per day, says F. Huber. So you do the math. We got 30 cows. 3 times 3 is 9. That'd be 900 pounds of feed per day. We rolled out about a 1,200 pound bale, so that's about right, brother. But we have small cows and calves, and we have large ones too. So like this cow, this big old girl here, number 42, is going to eat a lot more hay than the little calf over here, and the smaller calf or cow right here, which is, I believe, Cindy. Yep, that's Cindy. She's a smaller cow, but she's what we want on the farm. That's a good low-hanging belly, nice and plump, stout cow. Small bone structure. This is what we want. We don't want these big old 1,500 pound cows. We want the smaller 900 to 1,200 pound cows. But yeah, the smaller cow here is going to eat a lot less. And you can tell on grass especially, smaller cows do better, okay? You take one of these big old, like 42 there, great old big, 1,400 pound cow-ish, something like that. And then you compare it to this little cow right here. This cow's going to do better on grass. This cow's going to consume more food and produce the same amount of beef and the same amount of baby cows. Got a little bit of pushing and shoving and butting here. So you see how I did this. Okay, so I rolled out a little bit here. I went all the way down. I turned around and I went back this direction. And I turned around and I left space in between. Okay, so the cows have somewhere to walk. Also, tomorrow when I unroll, I'll unroll in the middle right here. So I'll roll hay there, and I'll roll hay there, and I'll roll hay there. That's the thought process here. It is a lot of hay. How do you tell if cows are pregnant, Greg? They'll start showing pretty soon. All these girls should start having babies in April-ish. So you can tell they start showing probably about February. They'll start showing a little bit. Or you can preg check them. You can pay and have a vet come out and do a preg check. So look at you. Good job peeing on your food. See, there's a little bit of biomass that'll be left on the soil. You see how they're walking right on top of the daggone hay right here too. So what our goal is, again, is to consume 1/3, leave 1/3, and trample 1/3. When it comes to rolling out hay, we want them to consume about 85% and trample in about 15%. Awesome. Well, guys, that is our morning cattle move, storm prep cattle move. Tell you what I'm going to do to prepare for my storm. George, you say, or Gerald, you say your screen froze up. Try refreshing your screen. What we're going to be doing next is I'll go hook to the next bale of hay, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the ATV up here, have it ready to rock and roll. So tomorrow, when it's pouring down rain, I can get out here, roll out the hay, and get right back and not get completely drenched. I will be drenched. Well, folks, thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stony Ridge today. Cows are looking good. I've got work to do. We got to beat the storm. We got a little bit of storm prep to do. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next live stream. And we've got a video coming out this evening fixing the Greg Judy bale unroller right here. And I can already see that I've already cracked. No, I thought I'd cracked one of my welds already, but I haven't. So, guys, take care. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in this evening's video. Take care. Woo! Have a great day.